Dragon Quest VII is one of those RPGs that a lot of us respect, but not a lot of us actually finished. Me, I'm referring to me. Dragon Quest VII has had a weird life. It's one of the longest, most ambitious entries in the series, but also one that's easy to bounce off of. I personally got pretty far in the 3DS remake, but like a lot of JRPGs, life got in the way and I never actually beat it. So when the demo dropped for Dragon Quest VII Reimagined on the Switch 2, I figured this was finally the perfect time to jump back in, especially with this brand new visual style. This isn't a full review, it's a hands-on look at the demo, how it runs, how it plays, and whether this version is worth your time. And real quick, if you love JRPGs, hidden gems, and modern takes on classic games, make sure to subscribe to Lunar Arcade. It really helps the channel grow. Alright, let's talk Dragon Quest VII. Dragon Quest VII is all about restoring a broken world. You play as the son of a fisherman who discovers that the world is made up of lost islands, pieces of history that have disappeared and need to be brought back. As you explore ruins and solve mysteries, you basically travel between timelines, fixing what went wrong and watching the world rebuild itself. It's slow burn storytelling, but in a very classic Dragon Quest way. If you played 7 before, you know this is a game that takes its time, but what surprised me in this demo is just how much fun they let you play. Not only that, but they made it a little bit quicker to get into the action compared to the original. This isn't a 20-minute teaser. You get to clear the first major island, meet key characters, and really get a feel for the pacing. Honestly, there were moments where I thought, wait, is the demo still going? But in a good way. Did you try the demo yet, or is this your first time seeing Dragon Quest VII at all? Let me know in the comments. Let's talk performance, because this is one of the biggest surprises. On the Switch 2, this demo runs basically flawlessly. If there were any hiccups, they were so minor I never noticed them. It feels like it's locked to a 60F experience with smooth animations and stable image quality. On the Steam Deck, it's still very playable, but I did have to tweak settings. You need to set things to a balanced profile, lock it to 60, and do a bit of fiddling to get the same smooth experience. Once you do that, yeah, it looks and runs great. And I say it's a surprise because there have been some other Switch 2 games that have released also on PS5 and Xbox, and the Switch 2 struggled a little bit with some of them. So I was a little worried for a while when I heard this was coming to the Switch 2, and I had hoped that it would run flawlessly. But the big difference is effort. On Switch 2, I just downloaded the demo and played. No settings, no tweaking, it just worked. And when I dock it to a TV, it looks fantastic, especially on an HDR display. Sure, you lose the Steam Deck's OLED when playing handheld, but once I was actually in the game, I honestly forgot about it. That's something a lot of people don't talk about. Don't get me wrong, I love OLED as much as the next person, but I also appreciate the Switch 2's higher resolution and ease of use. This remake has one of the most interesting art styles I've seen in a JRPG in years. They actually created physical dolls and scanned them to build the character models, and it shows. The outfits have real texture. Cloth looks like cloth. Characters feel tangible in a way Dragon Quest never has before. I really hope they use this style in future games. I do wish you could zoom in the camera a bit more in the overworld, but when you enter battle, the camera moves closer and you can really see those textures and details shine. You can also see the characters close up in the character menus, and I absolutely love it. The only weak spot visually is the lip syncing. It's not terrible, but sometimes, especially with the prince, the mouth movements don't quite match the voice acting. Yes, this game is originally Japanese, but even then, I don't think it would look any better. The music is pure Dragon Quest. If you played any entry in the series, you know exactly what you're getting. Sweeping orchestral tracks that feel nostalgic and heroic. The voice acting, though, is excellent.
Is that statue talking to us?
The doors of destiny will only open for those who have been chosen, and you are yet lacking.
I talk to everyone, and you should too, because just like the Trail series or other story-heavy JRPGs, NPC dialogue changes as the story progresses. This makes the world feel more alive. This is where the remake really surprised me. The menu system has been completely modernized. If you played the HD 2D Dragon Quest games, you know the old menu system works, but it feels archaic. This one is clean, fast, and intuitive. And for stat seeds, this is huge. You no longer need to pray to RNGs to get the max stat from any particular seed. The game actually tells you how much a stat will increase before you use it. I really hope this becomes the standard for the series. No more save scumming. Combat is classic Dragon Quest. You can control everyone manually or let AI handle party members. Your characters have their own identities. The hero, a fisherman's son, uses water-based abilities like Aqua Sword. The prince has flame attacks. Maribel focuses on magic. Later in the full game, you'll unlock job classes, but the demo keeps you in the base ones. Still, you get those moments where characters power up and unleash special skills, and it feels great. As for which console to go with, I was genuinely torn. Steam Deck is fully digital, super flexible, and looks amazing on OLED, but I don't have an HDR PC monitor, so if I wanted to enjoy this game on a big, vibrant screen, the Switch 2 just made more sense. And yes, you can connect a Steam Deck to the TV, and I have the dock to do that. However, you have to fiddle with the settings to get it right, you have to fiddle with the resolution to make sure it runs properly at higher resolutions, you may lose performance, and it was just something I really didn't want to deal with. Plus, I'm getting the collector's edition and plan to do an unboxing when that comes in, so stay tuned for that. You get a ship in a bottle, plush, and steelbook, and all the DLC items. And yes, it's a keycard, which I'm not thrilled about, but I wanted the physical items, I wanted the experience with the least amount of friction, and the Switch 2 delivered just that. So is Dragon Quest VII Reimagined worth it? Absolutely. The demo alone was so good that hours flew by and I genuinely didn't want it to end. The performance is polished, the visuals are gorgeous, the menus are modern, and the core Dragon Quest charm is fully intact. If you love classic JRPGs, or if you bounced off of 7 before, this might finally be the version that clicks for you. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like, subscribe, and tell me, did you try the demo and which version are you going with? Switch 2? Steam Deck? PlayStation? Let me know in the comments down below. This is Lunar, signing off.